Well, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow Yeow, accompanied by fellow VIPs. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing for the national anthem and Penang state anthem. Honorable, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we kindly invite you to take your seats. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Tuan Chow Yeow, Chief Minister of Penang, Yang Berhormat Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Penang State Exco for Trade, Industry and Entrepreneur Development, Chairman of Penang Halal International, Sendran Berhad, Yang Berhormat Tuan Muhammad Zawawi Ahmad Mughni, Selangor State Executive Council and Chairman of Islamic Religious Affairs, Consumer Affairs and Halal Industry Committee, His Excellency Bapak Bambang Suharto, Consul General of Republic Indonesia in Penang, His Excellency Mr. Rashada Jiwalai, Consul General of Thailand in Penang, our distinguished speaker, Professor Annie Kor, Honorary Consul, Honorable State Assemblyman, Mr. Fadil Irwan Som, Chief Executive Officer, Penang Halal International, Board members of Penang Halal International, distinguished Tan Sri, Datuk Sri, and Datin, Head of Departments, representative from government agencies, all sponsors, participants of PIHEC 2022, honorable guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera. A very good morning and warm welcome to the official opening ceremony of PIHEC 2022 today, 2nd of July 2022, here at the first hybrid solar-powered venue in the world, Steel Spice Convention Center, Bayan Baru, Penang, Malaysia, specially brought to you by the Penang Halal International, Sdn Bhd, and the Penang State Government, with a theme entitled Building Resilience and Sustainability Towards Stronger Growth. A warm greeting and selamat datang and welcome to Penang, Pearl of the Orient, UNESCO World Heritage Site, to all our international speakers, participants and delegates, as well as our delegates and participants from all over Malaysia. And a special welcome to our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow Kon Yeow. Let's hear a big round of applause to welcome our guest of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, let us congratulate our organizing committee for their tenacity and tireless effort in organizing and hosting this event, and heartiest congratulations and appreciation to all our sponsors. A huge round of applause to Penang Halal International Sunam Berhad, Penang State Government, and to all our sponsors. Honorable distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to start off our program, let us seek the blessing from Allah the Almighty by reciting a prayer, a dua. We invite all our Muslim guests to raise your hand for the dua recitation, and other guests to observe a moment of silence, please. We would like to call upon Al-Fadhil Ustaz Ahmad Mamdoh Zulkifli from the Penang State Mufti Office to recite the dua. Al-Fadhil Ustaz Ahmad Mamdoh Zulkifli.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلو عباده أيهم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولا مثيل ولا شبيه ولا ضد ولا ند له وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وقائدنا وأسوتنا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه وحبيبه بعثه الله رحمة للعالمين هاديا ومبشرا ونذيرا اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين ومن تبعهم إلى يوم الدين. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang, kami bersyukur kehadrat-Mu ya Allah. Di atas limpah kurniamu kami dapat berhimpun pada hari yang mulia dan bersejarah ini bagi majlis peresmian 11th Penang International Halal Expo and Conference yang merupakan acara tahunan yang dianjurkan sebagai salah satu inisiatif dalam martabatkan industri halal tempatan ke pasaran industri halal global. Justru itu, kami memohon kepadamu ya Allah agar majlis pada pagi yang akan dipenuhi dengan pelbagai pameran, promosi dan perkhidmatan halal akan berjalan dengan lancar, beroleh kejayaan dan keberkatan. Ya Allah, kami juga memohon kepadamu, bimbinglah para pemimpin kami untuk memikul amanah dan tanggungjawab dalam pentadbiran negara kami dengan sinaran petunjuk-Mu yang berterusan. Pimpinlah kami sekalian ke jalan yang lurus dan benar yang membawa kepada ketenteraman dan kesejahteraan. Jauhkan kami daripada segala sifat-sifat keji, hasad dengki, boros dan semua sifat negatif. Lindungilah negara kami daripada kekacauan dan malapetaka. Mudah-mudahan majlis yang diadakan ini akan menyedarkan kami sekalian tentang betapa pentingnya menjaga kesihatan dengan pemakanan yang bersih dan halal di samping mengukuhkan semangat perpaduan dan silaturahim di jiwa kami. Allahumma aslih lana dunyana, Allahumma aslih lana dinana alladhi huwa asmatu amrina, wa aslih lana dunyana allati fiha ma'ashuna, وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you to Al-Fadhil Ustaz Ahmad Mamdoh Zulkifli. Moving on with our program, ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege and honor to call upon the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Penang State Exco for Trade, Industry and Entrepreneur Development, Chairman of Penang Halal International, to deliver his welcoming address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Right Honourable Chief Minister of Penang, YB Chow, Tuan Chow Kun Yeow, my colleagues, fellow Exco of Selangor, YB Tuan Muhammad Zawawi bin Ahmad Mokni, Consul Generals, Tan Sri, Dato Sri, Honourable State Assemblyman, distinguished guests and speakers, members of the media, the CEO of Penang Halal International, ladies and gentlemen, sponsors, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, salam sejahtera and a very good morning. First of all, I would like to thank the Right Honourable Mr. Chow Kun Yeow, the Chief Minister of Penang, for being with us today, and also to officiate the 11th Penang International Halal Expo and Conference today. I would like also to thank my Penang Halal International Secretariat team for pulling this international event with only 3 months preparations, as the tight SOPs imposed due to the pandemic COVID-19 being lifted as of 1st of April 2022. Today's event is also made possible due to the strong support from major sponsors. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Penang Development Corporations, Grab, Food Panda, and Hon Leong Islamic Bank as the main sponsors of this event. Not to mention our hotel partners, AC Hotel Marriott, the Eastern Hotel, Raya Hotel, our AI partner, AK Success Robotics, our food sponsors, Jeruk Madu, Pak Ali, and Al Haddad, and our supporting agencies, Invest Penang, MIDA, Matrade, Penang Global Tourism, Digital Penang, Perda, IIPCC, Jabatan Pertanian, Suruhanjaya Koperasi Malaysia, or locals government, MBPP, MBSP, and also other agencies and authorities with the direct and indirect in supporting this program. Ladies and gentlemen, this year marked the 11th year of the Penang International Expo and Conference. Our last PIHEC was in March 2019. In December 2020, we held our first virtual expo, what we call as the International Inspirasi Khatijah Virtual Expo, due to the COVID-19 and MCO, the Movement Control Order. And for this year, exhibitors, speakers, and delegates for PIHEC 2022 are from Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, UAE, the Philippines, Spain, UK, Bangladesh, Cambodia, South Africa, Japan, South Korea, and France. And also to mention exhibitors from our local states of Selangor, Kelantan, and Negeri Sembilan. This year, the highlights will also be the MOU between Penang International Halal PIHEC, the Penang Halal International, with Food Panda, Grab, and also the Institute of Halal of Spain. And also we will have the gala dinner to honor recipients of the Halal Excellence Award tonight at Eastern Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, Penang International Halal Expo and Conference for this year bears the theme of building resilience and sustainability towards stronger growth. The theme reflects the challenges facing the world today in terms of conflict, pandemic COVID-19, climate change, food security, technology disruptions, and we don't know what future shocks and uncertainties that will happen in the future. Government, businesses, and individuals have been badly impacted by the above events. There is an increasingly imbalance, hostilities, and inequalities throughout the world. The ongoing US-China trade rivalry, the conflicts of Russia-Ukraine, on top of the global economic decoupling, has created shockwaves that reverberate around the world. All this on top of the COVID-19 pandemic, which we have barely recovered from. As a result, we are facing serious economic fallout, and the current shortage of raw materials and increase in logistic costs has resulted in skyrocketing inflation worldwide. While this undoubtedly affects business all over the world, it is most greatly impacts the life of ordinary citizens, especially those from the lower income groups. This year's topics presented in our conference will focus on the resilience agenda that is needed to cushion the impact of future shocks and uncertainties that may happen in order for us to sustain and take opportunity to make a strong comeback for future growth. The above events of conflicts taught us to be prepared for the new norm and changes in ways of doing things. For example, the e-commerce, the new skills needed for talents, and the digital technology that will shape the future. This year, Penang celebrates its 50th anniversary of industrial transformation. Our strength has been in the semicon and the E&E sector, but we are focusing also and receiving growth in the non-semiconductor sector, such as the medical device, IoT, defense, and also aerospace. We are also looking at the self-sufficiency, especially on food and food security through agri-tech or agro-technology. In fact, we at Penang Halal International are painfully aware of how income inequality has increased over the years, creating an ever-expanding gap between the rich and poor. Penang also has the strength of its talent pool. This is where we would like to call upon our fellow countrymen at the national level and also at the regional levels to collaborate and to cooperate for the future. The conflicts must not make us to be increase protectionism, but how we work together to assist the people of the world so that everybody prosper at this time of conflicts. The regional comprehensive economic partnership signed by 15 countries should open market access and would help especially the region of ASEAN in order for us to improve and to sustain our economic growth. And only when we can put our heads together to find innovative ways to weather the storm, we can find resilience and turn it into part of our business culture. Only then can our businesses become sustainable, providing a springboard from which we can bounce back in the face of any setbacks. And only then can we show stronger growth in the future. The halal, the myth about halal. Halal is a universal standard. It is about hygiene, it is about safety, it is about quality, good and quality, what is called as halal toiban. It is also about the elements of ESG, environment, sustainability, and growth. We in Penang would welcome to continue to would like to be the halal hub for this region. and also to maximize and optimize the resources within our ASEAN countries. The connectivity of our ports and our airports, together with our talent pool, especially on the R&D, could be leveraged for this purpose. Today, we would like to see continued further networking, business matching, B2B and B2C meetings throughout this 3-day conference. And we are confident that this agenda of world peace, humanity, and prosperity for this region to continue to grow. So again, we welcome all the industry experts and entrepreneurs for these events, and thank you for your attendance, and I hope that the ensuing sessions will generate deep, change-oriented opportunities for the halal industry and economy of the world. With that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Penang State Exco members and Chairman of Penang Halal International. And next, ladies and gentlemen, it is our great honor to invite the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow Yeow, to deliver his keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow Yeow.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Salam aman dan sejahtera. Honorable Dato Abdul Halim bin Haji Hussain, Penang State Minister for Trade, Industry and Entrepreneur Development, and Chairman of Penang Halal International Sendirian Berhad, Yang Berhormat Tuan Muhammad Jawawi bin Ahmad Murni, Selangor State Executive Councillor and Chairman of Islamic Religious Affairs, Consumer Affairs and Halal Industry Committee, His Excellency Counsel Generals, Honorary Counsel, Honorary State Assemblyman and Member of Parliament, Datuk Sri, Datuk, Head of Departments, Representative of Government Agencies, sponsors and participants, and Yang Berusaha Encik Fazil Iwan Som, Chief Executive Officer of Penang Halal International, and also acknowledging the presence of Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Syed Hamid bin Alba, Chairman, World Islamic Economic Foundation, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all who are present here today. I would like to thank the organizers of the event, Penang Halal International and MMK Perdagangan, Industri dan Pembangunan Usahawan, for organizing this important event, as well as programs partners who have shown their support to the halal sector, the PDC, Grab, Food Panda, Hong Leong Islamic, and SME Bank. As you may well know, the halal industry is a wonderful representation of Muslims and non-Muslims working together in various sectors, from F&B, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals to tourism. People from all walks of life learn from each other and work to enrich this entire global industry. This is exactly the sort of harmonious cooperation that is rooted in the people of Penang. Here, Muslims and non-Muslims not only coexist, but actively work together in achieving common goals of peace and prosperity. With this positive cooperation, we have seen the halal industry in Penang chart impressive growth, and combined with our economic ecosystem, human talents, and stellar background in manufacturing, logistics, and supply chain infrastructure, we are confident of unleashing our best potential. Ladies and gentlemen, Penang has the right economic fundamentals, as proven with 76.2 billion ringgit in investments, even during the pandemic. Moreover, another reason we in Penang can be proud of ourselves is that the Department of Statistics Malaysia had recently announced that Penang is the first state in the country to surpass our national growth rate by 5.8%. Our GDP reached 99.0 billion ringgit, which is a rebound of 6.8% from a negative 2.1% in 2020, when we were worst hit by the pandemic. Most industries, such as the services sector, manufacturing and construction, grew during this period, except for wholesale and retail trade, F&B, and accommodation subsectors. And we know why, because of the lockdown and the closure of our national and international borders. But we cannot be complacent. We have to adopt greater efficiency in business and continue striving for excellence, especially for the halal industry, because the potential to grow is immense. On a global scale, I believe it is possible to replicate Penang's success. Indeed, we are now seeing the same positive progress happening worldwide as the halal industry's ethical foundation and huge commercial potential attracts people from across the globe. The prospects look promising, especially since we have reopened our borders and our tourism industry will be on the fast track to recovery. However, as the world becomes increasingly volatile, we need to make concerted efforts to protect and nurture this progress. The Russian-Ukrainian war has wreaked havoc on supply chains, leading to inflation levels economists have not seen in decades. The COVID-19 pandemic had affected millions of livelihoods, and climate change is predicted to have severe consequences on our agricultural capacity. This will lead to food insecurity for millions globally and will greatly impact the world's poorest nation. In these difficult times, it is crucial that countries and governments collaborate with each other. There is no other government or corporation that can single-handedly solve these multifaceted issues. However, it is our duty to unite in our common goals and even more so for our common good. The halal industry has the potential to set the world back on its course. But for the industry to thrive, we must harness all potential synergies available. We must spur our ecosystem with new technologies and explore all growth areas, including equipping halal entrepreneurs with digital access and knowledge to kickstart their exponential growth. However, we must also seek to address potentially detrimental gaps. Pushing entrepreneurs into embracing digital technology in order to grow will not work if they lack even basic access to the internet. The sobering truth is that while half the global population with tech and digitalization to change the world, there are millions who still lack basic access to the internet. This widens the divide between the haves and the have-nots. Those who have access to the internet's wealth of information will remain ahead of the curve. However, those who do not have the same level of access will sink deeper into poverty. I call on all governments worldwide to look into closing this gap. Governments are given the mandate to lead their people to greater prosperity. To do that, we must invest in them. Digital access is the key to social mobility in this age of digitalization. It should be seen as the indispensable right of every citizen. Bridging the digital gap should become all governments' priority. Now that the chaos brought on by the pandemic is easing down, it brings greater economic equality, social mobility, healthier democracies, and economic growth, all through greater, easier access to vital information and resources. The global economy and the halal ecosystem therein cannot grow without the aid of technology. And while we encourage our brightest minds and entrepreneurs to leverage the wealth of digital resources available, we cannot possibly ignore the bright minds trapped outside the digital corridors. While waiting on governments to act, we can get the ball rolling. The halal industry is large and growing. By synergizing and working together, we can get started on closing that gap and ensuring that halal products will continue to be a force of good. This good will not only benefit commercial bottom lines, but will also ensure sustainability for all global citizens, as well as the planet we live in. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is why I am pleased to be here this morning at the Penang International Halal Expo and Conference, welcoming all of you to the state of Penang. This convention is a crucial component of the internal cooperations we need. It removes geographical borders, bringing together the most vibrant halal entrepreneurs and corporations for business collaborations, and allows progressive minds to meet and chart the next frontier for the global halal ecosystem. For the next 3 days, the best and the brightest minds from Europe, Asia, and Africa will be discussing key issues related to global recovery, including crucial policy, innovations, the use of sustainable technology to enhance efficiency, and the need for multilateral trade agreements. The outcome of this discussion may well plant the seeds of global recovery, so I wish you all the best in the coming days. To all our honored guests and attendees, I again welcome you to Penang and to the Penang International Halal Expo and Convention. I hope that all of you will take this opportunity to learn, to connect, and together build the halal ecosystem that can make this world a better place for all. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you to Yang Mat Berhormat, and we'd like to invite the Yang Mat Berhormat to remain on stage for the next program. And it is our pleasure to invite the CEO of Penang Halal International, Mr. Fazil Irwan Som, and together with the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Chairman of Penang Halal International, to accompany our guest of honor for the official opening ceremony. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the official opening ceremony, PIHEC 2022. For the opening gimmick, our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, will place his hand on the official balloon upon the countdown of 3, 2, 1. There we have it. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Opening ceremony of PIHEC 2022.
Penang, also known as the Silicon Valley of the East, and is home to more than 350 MNCs and 4,000 small and medium enterprises. Being one of the smallest states in Malaysia, Penang has been generating over 110 billion ringgit in trade surplus in 2020, with E&E exports making up 60% of the total export at 231 billion ringgit. This includes the halal industry, which has now grown to a $2 trillion global industry, attracting both Muslims and non-Muslims alike. In support of Malaysia's vision to be the world halal industry leader, Penang Halal International Sdn Bhd has been established in 2008 to facilitate and promote the halal industry. One of the prominent events that are held by Penang Halal International is the Penang International Halal Expo and Conference, or PIHEC. PIHEC 2022 bears the theme Building Resilience and Sustainability Towards Stronger Growth, reflecting the myriad of challenges facing the world today. This year, for the first time, PIHEC will be held in hybrid mode. Participation by over 161 exhibitors from 7 different industries, which are food and beverages, agencies, education, pharmaceutical, healthcare, cosmetics, personal care, livestock, agriculture, tourism, hospitality, services, and enablers. Besides, PIHEC also combines an exciting melange of high-end discussion sessions, workshops, tech lab, and expo showcases. Brings you an exciting immersion that will make your halal business journey easier within and across borders, physically and virtually. Introducing our PIHEC Expo on the virtual platform. Experience our virtual PIHEC Expo and connect to your potential clients globally. Take advantage of the features such as downloadable product brochures, corporate video display, live chat, and real-time business matching. Connect buyers and sellers instantly and experience the products and services in real time. Establish your business presence in PIHEC and get your business ready for the export market through the Penang Halal International today.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, PIHEC 2022. We would like to request our guests of honor to remain on stage for the next program. And in conjunction with the PIHEC 2022, we will be witnessing the exchange of MOU documents between Penang Halal International and Food Panda. First, it is our pleasure to invite on stage the Managing Director of Food Panda. Please welcome Mr. Sayantan Das. And representing Penang Halal International for the document exchange, the CEO of Penang Halal, Mr. Fazil Irwanso. This exchange document ceremony will be witnessed by the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow, and the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Chairman of Penang Halal International. We now invite the two parties to proceed for the exchange document ceremony. Penang Halal International and Food Panda. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And next, ladies and gentlemen, the exchange of MOU document between Penang Halal International and Grab. it is our pleasure to invite on stage the Director of Public Affairs and Policy of Grab. Please welcome on stage Mr. Abi Azli Abdullah. We now invite the two parties to proceed with the exchange of documents. Penang Halal International and Grab. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. And next in the list, ladies and gentlemen, the exchange of MOU document between Penang Halal International and Instituto Halal Spain. That help me to welcome Director of International Relations, Instituto Halal Spain. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad S. Rivero Uribe. The Instituto Halal de España. We now invite the two parties to proceed for the exchange of documents. Penang Halal International Berhad and Instituto Halal Spain. Felicitaciones y gracias. Congratulations and thank you. And next up, we move on to another program, ladies and gentlemen. As a token of appreciation to our sponsors for their great support, we would like to present an appreciation plaque to our sponsors that will be presented by an Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Chairman of Penang Halal International, and witnessed by the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Chow. Are you ready? Starting with the Platinum Sponsor category, we are pleased to now present this appreciation plaque for Platinum Sponsor category. Please help me to welcome Penang Development Corporation, PDC, CEO of PDC, Mr. Aziz bin Bakar. Penang Development Corporation, Mr. Aziz Bakar, Chief Executive Officer. Thank you and congratulations. Please remain on stage. Please remain on stage for our group photo. And next, a Gold Sponsor category. Here to receive the appreciation plaque for Gold Sponsor category, we are proud to announce Food Panda, Mr. Sayantan Dat, Managing Director. Gold Sponsor category. And next, Grab, Mr. Abi Azli Abdullah, Director Public Affairs and Policy. Thank you. And next, for Gold Sponsor category, Hon Leong Islamic Bank, Mr. Jasani Abdullah, CEO of Hon Leong Islamic Bank. Congratulations and thank you. And lastly, we have a Silver Sponsor category. Here to receive the appreciation plaque for Silver Sponsor category, a big hand for SME Bank Group, Mr. Samad Majid Zain, Group Chief Financial Officer. To receive an appreciation plaque from the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Chairman of Penang Halal International. Thank you and congratulations. We would like to take this opportunity to say million thanks to our sponsors, the group photo, ladies and gentlemen. So we'd like to invite all recipients to come forward together with the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, Mr. Yeow, our sponsors who always supported us in making this program a success. Your support is greatly appreciated. A huge round of applause to our sponsors. Thank you, and we kindly invite you to take your seats. And as a token of appreciation to our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang, so we'd like to invite the Honorable Dato Abdul Halim Hussain, Penang State Exco members, and Chairman of Penang Halal International to present a special souvenir to our guest of honor, Right Honorable Chief Minister of Penang. Dipersilakan. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So we'd like to once again express our highest appreciation and gratitude to our guest of honor. And we invite our guest of honor to be accompanied back to take a seat. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, honorable distinguished guests, speakers, participants, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, once again on behalf of our hosts, we are so proud and honored to have all of you here today. We appreciate your taking your time off. And it is time for the special remarks on PIHEC 2022 theme entitled Building Resilience and Sustainability Towards Stronger Growth. Well, to share and to tell us more about the theme of PIHEC 2022, this year, let us bring you a special invited guest speaker from the neighboring country of Singapore. Let me share a little information about the background of our special guest speaker. She is a Professor Emeritus of Finance Practice at Lee Kong Chian School of Business, Singapore Management University, SMU.